Right, people, I'm going to show you a few ways how you can actually increase revenue with your Webflow projects. This is going to be by offering some new services, but also just tweaking your existing process so that you can actually target high ticket customers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you over to my screen. And what we've got here are 5 ways to increase your Webflow revenue. Now, the first one is going to be offering design. Now, I know that most of you might not be designers, but obviously if you are using UI UX tools and you are already within Webflow, you already know kind of how to design. So all you really need to be doing is offering a font, a logo, sorry, not a logo, or font. You just need to be taking their brand identity and then putting it within Figma and then designing the website within that. So you already have the tools, you already know what needs to be done. All you're doing is you're adding an additional service where the client can actually make amends. So I use Figma, and you can see here, if I just make the screen bigger, is I use a free part process. So I have a briefing section, I have a wireframe low fidelity section, then a high fidelity section. This last bit is where the last design of the website will be. And you can see there's a desktop version with all of the components, and there's also a mobile version. The benefit of this is that you're going to be able to upsell your project from 25 to 50%. So you're increasing the budget already by 50% there. So if I'm building a £5,000 website, or £5,000 website, I'm going to charge an extra minimum 2,500 for the design. This is also going to open up doors to more clients because a lot of jobs require a designer and a developer. And not only is this going to make you more money, but it's actually going to speed up your process. Because if we go back to the Figma, clients can actually leave comments within here. This makes them feel like it's more of a premium service. But the great thing about this is that people aren't editing or wanting you to edit the site within Webflow, which obviously can become a pain in the butt and end up making loads of errors that you're gonna have to fix at a later date. So I actually have a contract that states that once the design gets to this third stage within Figma, major design trends will be charged at an extra amount. So that's also another way you can make money. Of course, I use Figma. You can use Adobe XD or any software that you see fit. Now, obviously, once you start designing within Figma, you probably would get a design understanding for design. So you could actually upsell next to branding, where you can create brand books for the clients. But obviously, that's maybe not something you want to go down, but that's something I do. And depending on the client size, I could be charging £500 to £2,000 per branding project. And then the next steps, obviously, is speeding up the development process because you're not messing around within Webflow. You're not messing around with another developer, which is also going to bring you more money because you can obviously streamline things and make things more efficient. And obviously, it's going to increase the chance of future work because they're going to be coming back to you to possibly design new pages, new components, and you're not going to be losing that work to an alternative designer. And you can obviously guide them down the route of the best possible solution, and you can obviously make the solution a great one and a more expensive one so you can make more money. So that is part one, designing within Figma the actual website and offering it as a service. The second one, this is quite important if you want to be creating high paid websites for top tier clients. So this is page conversion strategy. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is you're not just developing a website, but you're going to develop a website that actually gets the user or gets your client more money. So the way you do this is you actually learn about user psychology. You do a lot of research into websites and what they do. I'm going to bring you over to a website that I created for a AI company, and this used a lot of design and user psychology. So one way, I'm going to go through a homepage and show you how this is utilized. So homepage, first important thing is obviously having the user get interested within the first 3 seconds. So user-centric photography on the right-hand side, a moving element here, which explains exactly what they do. Text, very simple and understanding exactly what they do. So they're making development scalable. transform your business into a tech-driven powerhouse. So it's telling the user what you're going to do for them. So that's the most important thing with user psychology, is telling the user how they are going to benefit. So there's benefits here, some trust sections, of course, straight away benefit sections. So what I'm doing here is explaining to you how this homepage works, but you could be doing this exact same process to your client, showing that you're going to be able to convert more of their customers and make them more money. So that is the benefit of making high converting, understanding what landing pages need, and then being able to track through Google Analytics or Hotjar where users are clicking, and then manipulate the system to obviously create more views. So that's a very important aspect, is knowing what needs to be on the page so that the client can earn more money. So you're going to have to delve into user psychology. You're going to have to delve into a lot of YouTube channels and understanding what should be on pages. But obviously the best way to do things is to look at what's already been done. Because for this website, I've done a lot of research and understood, for example, these features here should be way below the benefits of a client. That comparison models for AI systems are actually very good, because it makes the user want to use your system as opposed to another system. And these are all things that you can tell the client, and it's going to make you stand out as an expert, as opposed to somebody that's just going to build a website that just looks good. My core sales pitch is that I don't just make websites that look good, but they're actually going to make you money. Now, that's the important thing, is that when we're basing around all of these services to the client, we want to make sure that we're basically saying we're going to make you more money, not us more money. So that's the great thing, is that you, just by doing that, you can increase your budget range by 25%, because obviously there's going to be strategy sessions. You're going to be looking and analyzing other competitors. You're going to be developing the structure of the website with a content writer, or you could do the content writing yourself if you are good at that, or you outsource it to another person. So that's a great thing about understanding web page conversion. It's also going to bring you in a lot of clients when you propose, because when you're sending proposals out, you're going to sound like an expert. The great thing about this also is that because you're obviously telling them about conversion, the client might not know about conversion, and the next thing you can do is offer a maintenance plan where obviously you can keep the website in tip-top health to ensure that the click-through rate isn't going down, and you can obviously upsell SEO plans or some kind of Google Analytics review report, which I'm going to actually come to as step number 5. And like I said, this is very important if you're trying to get them clients that are paying 10 grand and above per website, because when you're getting to that level of website, it's not just about looking good. You have to solve a problem. So that actually brings me into point number 3, utilizing custom code. Now, before you get scared, don't worry. You won't need to know CSS, JavaScript, or HTML. It will help. But when I first started using Webflow, I didn't know anything to do with CSS or any coding language whatsoever. After implementing custom code solutions like ThinSuite's attributes, which I will show you and link in the bio, I've actually I can read and write CSS now without actually ever doing a course, which is a great thing. So that's one benefit, is it's going to obviously increase your expertise within the field. But the main reason we want to use custom code solutions is that it's going to create websites that actually solve problems for your high ticket clients. What I just said last time. So if we come over to this website here, this is a website I created for a fintech company within New York. Now, one of the core reasons I got this job, because they had many people that they were looking for, is that I was able to integrate this custom coded, what would you call it, filtration system that has all of their partners with custom modules and all the good stuff. If we just reload that and go back down. So if you open up the modals, it shows them all through a CMS as well, which is also another point I'm going to bring up. But this basically told the client, right, this guy can make us a very important feature on the website, which all the other developers can't do because they don't know how to use custom code. So I know this is a no-code tool, but I like to call it a low-code tool because really you should be utilizing code to improve your websites. Now, the best database for custom code is going to be Attributes by FinSuite. Now, this company is absolutely brilliant. They have systems for absolutely everything. But the most important thing is they have YouTube channels and a whole community, a Slack community that is going to help you. So, for example, I use the CMS filter, which you can see here. It has all of the custom attributes for you to add. So this is a custom code solution, but the code is actually being maintained by a professional company. And of course, whilst you're using this and you watch the YouTube videos, you're going to learn more about the components themselves. So very important there. And it's not just broken down to filtration systems. If you want to get into really creative designs and really high ticket client websites, you're going to have to use a multitude of different types of custom code solutions. Another good thing about this is that you're going to understand the limitations of Webflow. So when you're proposing for jobs and a client wants to know if they can do something, you can tell straight away if this job's going to be worth your time because you can manage the client's expectations. So custom code solutions, get to know them, learn them, have a database, have a template within Webflow with all of your best custom code solutions and offer them to your clients and actually make a big thing that you're going to solve their problems with these. Point number 4 is package up your CMS systems. Now, when you're actually proposing to the client, bring it up, ask them, do you want to be able to edit your website in the future? To what level do you want to edit within the future? And if you are offering that design element that we stated in number 1, you can actually have a strategy session within Figma where they can leave comments on your design and they'll say, okay, yes, we want this editable. We want this to be a part of a CMS system. Now, just by doing that, I like to increase my budget to around 10%. Because I'm actually using CMSs anyway. I'm using collection lists to speed up my process. So I'm offering this out basically for free. Well, not for free. I'm offering this out as extra money, even though the client was going to get it anyway. Obviously, there's a little bit more work making the back end much more cleaner for a client. And also, you're going to be able to package up tutorial videos for the client and obviously look more like an expert. Again, this is very important for top tier clients as they're going to have in-house maintenance teams, marketing teams that want to edit the website. But the great thing about this is that you're going to be able to get a lot of future work because most likely you're going to be, the client's going to ask you to actually maintain the site and they're just going to be editing small bits because the client they're always going to run into issues where they're going to break layouts or break problems. So they will be asking you, and this is where you can either offer a maintenance plan at recurring value, or you can obviously charge at your hourly rate, which is going to bring in more money. And that's this is all important stuff because once you make that first website sale, there's always that period of time before you make the next website sale, and you want these smaller jobs to tie you over until you find the next big job. So very important to bring up a CMS system when you're proposing work to a client. Now, the last one, and again, this may seem a little bit scary, but I'm going to show you a very simple process that you can use to offer SEO reports. And this is a good way to actually start learning SEO so that you can offer out a pay-as-you-go service from £500 to £5,000 per month to a client, which is insane. So what I like to do is with a client that's just dropped in, obviously wants to work with me, I'll offer them a 3-month free SEO report. This actually helps you get new customers in the first place if you're proposing, because you're going to stand out against all of the rest, that you're offering them some actual value where they're going to be able to track the performance of your website. Now, this is great anyway, because when I develop a website for a client, I'm always going to be around for about 3 months after the launch anyway, just because I like to make sure that my website's working optimally and I can get a good review from the client. So this is really, again, just a tweak to my process, because most of what I'm going to show you is going to be automated. So you can use multiple tools for this. There's lots of free tools, Moz, but I like to use SEMrush. Now, of course, I've left a referral link in the bio of my YouTube channel where you get a discount off, but this is a paid service. You can use a free trial, so you could test this out. But say, for example, I'm using Mindset AI, this website here. So I can get all of the data that I need to send a report at the end of the month and show the user, show the client what is actually happening, what their traffic is, and be able to tell them if they're growing or not growing. Now, I'm not actually making any changes to the SEO. So if the traffic is going down, that's not your problem. If the traffic's going up, great, but it still isn't your problem. But if what you can actually be saying to the client is, look, by doing nothing, you've got to here, but we can actually increase your traffic if you want to jump on an SEO plan. So this free SEO 3-month report is a way to actually upsell the client into an SEO report. And obviously it kind of gets you to understand the website before you ever delve into doing an SEO project, because obviously you can't promise anything with SEO, but obviously maintaining a website for 3 months, you're going to learn a lot about it, and you're going to be able to offer them some great solutions, which other SEO auditors aren't going to be able to do because they haven't been looking at the website for 3 months. So what I like to include within the report, obviously it's a 30-day report, so just the key information about what I've been doing. So for the free report, you wouldn't have any tasks. You would this would actually be within the work, but you'd give them a 30-day snapshot. So this would be what their keywords are ranking as, how many users they've got to. You can use Google Analytics for that. New users visiting the site, what the bounce rate is and what the change has been. Online visibility and what the change has been. What the authority score is, which you can see here. The site loading speed, which you can get for free from Google Lighthouse. Overall site performance, which you can get from Google Lighthouse. I like to go into position tracking keywords. So, for example, visibility, here we go. So you can track all of the keywords and see exactly if you're going up and down. So here, obviously, the client has been going up and up, but for this report, it was for another website, Talos, it was pretty standard. But this way you can actually show the client, okay, look, we're being quite even. You've only got a plus 0.21%. Do you want to boost your SEO and actually get that going to a new level of SEO? And then obviously you can rank all of their top keywords. This is all information that you can automate. You can drop this into a Google spreadsheet. You can automate all of this. So this free SEO plan is possibly going to get you a lot of money if the client does sign up. And obviously, like I said, it's automated. So you can do this for every client. Not everyone's going to sign up, but one of these clients are going to be like, okay, this person is offering great value. Let's sign up with them because we trust them. Now, obviously, once you get into offering SEO, you can tell them, look, there's some opportunities with these keywords. There's some low-hanging fruits here, and we have some content ideas that we can actually implement into your website, and it will cost X amount. And on average, an SEO plan could be going for £1,000 to £2,000, £5,000 for the top tier clients, and then £500 for your small businesses. Now, obviously, you can get traffic acquisition from Google Analytics, again, a free tool. And then you can rank all of the pages through Google Analytics and let them know the traffic that's going to them. So there's some few bits and tricks. I will be doing more videos on SEO, but that is the way you can offer a 3-month free SEO report. Again, that's going to easily get you to propose to the client. They're going to be like, wow, they offer all of this, when really you were doing some of this in the first place anyway. But it's just highlighting to the client that these 5 points are going to bring them a lot more value. So that is how you make more revenue using Webflow. If you have any other ideas, I'd be interested to know, because just like you, I want to make more money. But this is just my initial idea of how you can do it yourself. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you guys soon. Obviously, if you want to try Webflow, you can get the referral link in the bio, and obviously you can join the Facebook group where we talk about this stuff all the time, and there's various giveaways and whatnot.